Hi, everybody. Ronnie Lowe, life coach here. I'm going to criticize. Nah, I'm going to talk about criticizing. One aspect of it, one nugget of criticizing. There's a whole lot surrounding criticizing, criticism, when you should do it, how you should do it. But let me tell you a story. When I walk in the room, the light is on. It's on again. I've asked and asked, turn off the light. Turn off the light in the hallway. Turn off the light in the room if you're not in it. Always turning off lights. But my husband does it anyway. So last time I walked into his office and the light was off and I knew he had gone to get something, not in the house, but driven somewhere. I'm like, so the second he got home, even though I thought, I could tell him nicely, I could remind him nicely, I could just turn it off and forget about it. The second he walked in, bam, you did it again. You didn't turn off the light. Then I get all soft. Honey, come on, it saves time. It saves energy, literally, our electric bill, all the reasons. It saves time because I don't walk around turning off the lights. Or sometimes I think, why do I have to tell you again? I'm always telling you, but I don't say it. Okay, we can get into how I say it. By the way, this was not my husband and this was not me. This is a true case scenario from one of my coaching clients who's given me permission to use her latest example. Okay, the reason I bring this up is because, well, we all know about the I's and U's and the tactics and strategies and how to calm it down, how to present it better. Or if you have a valid point, you should voice your concerns. You should let people know how you feel, what you think in a relationship, at work, with your kids. Let's just take the relationship for now. But criticizing at work, that's a whole nother story. And we all have had people in our workplace that are just always criticizing people, not constructively, but just criticizing. They're just very critical people, or we say they are, or they don't give constructive criticism or do it well. That aside, let's just talk about this scenario. We all know the I instead of you. You read this, you hear about it. We've grown up with these tips that you say, I feel when this happens this way, or I am not feeling this way, or I'm feeling unheard, I'm not feeling validated, or I feel frustrated when you don't turn off the light and I've asked you a million times. No, I instead of you, rather than you make me feel this way. You frustrate me. You never get this right. You just don't understand. You just disagree with me and you will not see my point of view. You just will not see that you're wrong in this. It's, I feel that this is the best way. Okay, that's a tactic. Valid. It's also valid that if something bothers us, especially within a couple or, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, and boyfriend, and girlfriend, girlfriend in a relationship, let's just talk that, not even kids, that of course we need to open up and say how we feel and express and share our points of view. But rather than going all the way to what are my points of views and how do I express it, my choice of words, my tone, my demeanor, my body language, my valid points, before going there, why you feel like criticizing, what prompts you, what that emotion is so much more beneficial to know that and identify that before anything else. No, not why do I want him to turn off the lights in the case of my client? Well, because it saves energy, it lowers our electricity bill, and it's green, it saves energy. And because I've asked him to. Okay, those are the reasons why you want that done. And the reasons you may criticize because you've told him over and over. That's not what I'm talking about. What evokes those feelings? Do you feel, I would ask yourself, let's say this is a scenario, but replace this with any scenario, okay? Everybody uses the old toilet seat, put it down thing. That's going to be a lifelong thing with all men and women, I mean. But let's take your case, whatever it is. So I'm just using this example. Do you feel invalidated? Do you feel that your feelings are invalidated? that your reasoning is invalidated? Do you feel not heard? Do you feel fear? Fear? Really? Isn't that reaching? Well, and I'll read you a few others that I took down in notes. Do you feel unappreciated? Maybe not in this scenario, but in a scenario, do you just feel not appreciated? Do you feel disrespected? Do you feel stupid? Does it make you feel stupid? Like he or she thinks I'm stupid for thinking this, or it's a stupid idea or a stupid thought or a stupid argument. He thinks I'm stupid. It goes all the way there. Do you feel that you lack control in other parts of your life? So turning off the lights or whatever it is a way to control something. It's so easy to control that, or you're trying to control him, you're reflecting, or her. If is criticizing you, oh yeah, I don't read my notes right because I take shorthand. My shorthand is criticizing for you a way to feel control of something. Okay, so in this case, which I can share, she did not feel absolutely secure, she said, about her business. She loved her business. She was a good businesswoman, but she felt not totally secure in her rebound after trying, questioning, demanding times the past couple of years. So she was afraid of her financial situation. We did a lot of work. It didn't come out right away. We did a lot of work in a couple of sessions. But in the first session, this came out. And that would take a whole coaching session for how our dynamics came, because in coaching, I listen. It's level 3 listening. It's not the first, like, okay, watching the clock. I'm thinking of other things. What am I going to say to her or him? Level 2 listening is really more of you're listening, but you also want to check off the boxes and, oh, I should do it this way and following a system. Level 3, it's like, you have no construct other than the training and experience of being a coach. I'm really listening. And that's where it goes. So different questions for different people, but we dig deeper so that we can propel forward. So in the coaching sessions, especially the first one, it came out that she wasn't feeling 100% financially secure. So it drove her to be more thrifty. Let's cut corners where we can. Let's save money where we can. Why don't you listen to me? I mean, it would go that far emotionally. So her emotions were of fear. And the fear came from not feeling completely secure in her business. It wasn't reaching. It was real. This fear. And then you had the other ones, the added ingredients of he doesn't get it. But she had never expressed that to him. Look, my business, even though I'm doing well, or however she wants to put it, I feel this way, I think this. And so it's got me wanting to be more thrifty. And it really, I want to control that. And it would make me feel a lot better. Whether you agree with me or not, that it saves energy, and if it's just $1 here, $5 there, it's really important to me. It solved it. He did not know how important it was to her. They didn't fight about, well, that's dumb. Well, it's only $1 here or there. It's not that big of a deal. Well, that's my habit. No, he got it when she expressed vulnerably. It doesn't matter whether it's logical or not. Those were her feelings. She also changed her perceptions. Now, knowing or identifying what prompts you to criticize can bring up a whole host of things. It can bring up other feelings about other things, which help you look at other people's perspectives. Not their reasoning, not their logic, but just their perspective. And it often helps you change your perspective and your way of thinking. Let's not do the lights. Let's do something else in a relationship. It can help. It often does. Most often does. I'm thinking of all these scenarios with other coaching clients where they do see another perspective, and all of a sudden they didn't think the same way. They thought something, but they respected their own thoughts. They identified it, but then they saw clear to look at other perspectives, and they changed their own thoughts about it. And all of a sudden it wasn't a problem. That doesn't mean you're acquiescing. It doesn't mean that your original reason for that, the reason, not what made you feel like criticizing, but the reason for the criticism. No, you're not necessarily saying that was wrong or you don't see a valid point in it, but you change ways of dealing with it, or you can change your mind altogether. But the first step, what evokes those emotions, the word that's been used the past 2 or 3 years, what triggers that emotion, what evokes it, that's important to identify. It also helps you transform and grow so that it becomes second nature and innate to do it, to stop yourself and not ask yourself if you're right or wrong. No, that's off the table. Neutrally, what am I feeling? Or what thought prompts that feeling? What am I thinking? Why do I feel like criticizing, especially continuously when it's not working? An annoying thing. Back to the client. Okay, I told you about that. Again, I can't reveal our sessions, but she gave me permission to share what came up for her, her resolution. First of all, she unsurfaced the motive she identified. She fortified her strengths. Now, we fortify your strengths, meaning you optimize what's strong about, she said in her, it strengthened her character. She was acting out of character, really, and it strengthened the good part of what she considers to be her character and her core values. All of it. She didn't acquiesce. And it also optimized what's strong about them in their marriage. And they're even closer now. And he has seen that identifying, because she's explained it in her own way, identifying what prompts him to criticize, not just her, but whoever he criticizes in life. And he's pretty easygoing, so he doesn't criticize much. But they discussed this. So they optimized what was strong about them in the first place. Now they're getting closer. They speak easier. Approaching things is easier for them. And if you can believe it, because they were already a good couple. They were a good couple and they love each other. They were a good couple, but there was this one problem, which also spilled over into a few other things. But they're, in her words, they're more fun around each other. It's easier to be fun around each other and be friends, be accomplices, and just get it, you know? And she says it's more fun than ever, in her words. So take that for whatever you think it may mean. It's just more fun. The relationship is more fun. It's easier. So do you want this kind of growth and strength and possibilities to explore why you feel that way and then manage your thoughts? Manage your thoughts. That's part of my methodology. Identify, optimize, execute. You practice. That's how you grow. Rather than just learning the tactics of negotiation or saying, well, yes, I have to come from a place of kindness and love. Of course, we work through all that. But before that, to explore your thoughts and feelings, identify, optimize, grow in the person that you are. Be the optimal of what you want to be and what's already in you. You practice so that it becomes a habit, a habitual way of thinking. What becomes a habitual way of thinking? How you want to be, the kind of person you want to be in character, in personality, in demeanor, in thinking, your beingness. In this case, when it comes to criticizing continuously, again, that's different from the other subjects around criticism. So if you would like to get on a call with me, I invite you to. Coaching helps you propel forward fast and deeply. Not just let's find solutions, but the core of the solutions on a faster track than in other methods, and to strengthen them, refortify them, and be that way and stay that way. You level up your life. You can level up your relationship. You can level up your communication. You can level up your way at work, level up your leadership, level up your energy, level up your standing, level up your fitness, your health, okay? It's about leveling up and taking action. So I invite you to hop on a call with me. Let's talk. Let's talk if you see yourself in this. You're good. You want to get better. You're strong. You want to go stronger. You want to get every moment of your life and optimize it. Because once these minutes are up today, you never get them back. Just like my old Verizon plan, it never rolled over. Any DMs I had, it wouldn't roll over. Minutes, yeah, nothing else. I'm like, why don't these texts, why doesn't that roll over? No, our minutes, our days don't roll over to the next day, to next year. We don't accumulate. So how to make the most of each day, each month, each year, your life. Make the most of your time with your marriage. Make the most of your time at work. make the most of it and the best of it. All right. I'm Level Up, Take Action. I'm a Level Up and Take Action life coach, a certified life coach, and I would love to talk to you if you want to level up and you're ready. All right. I'm Ronnie Lowe, life coach, and you can get the transcript, the full written part about this, and hop on a call with me.